Hello everyone, welcome to New Wave Coaching Classes for Mathematics. This is your host Jatin. First of all, thanks to all my viewers who are watching my videos, giving them a like, and also have subscribed to my channel. If you have not still subscribed, please subscribe to it. So in today's lecture, what we are going to discuss, we are going to complete the exercise 6.3 of the NCERT book. Right? In the previous lecture, we have done 9 questions of this exercise. Today, we are going to start with the 10th question. So let's see the 10th question of this exercise. It's given that there are two triangles ABC and EFG. And what else? The CD is the angle bisector of angle C and GH is the angle bisector of angle G. What more is given? The triangle ABC is similar to triangle FEG. So you can see I have already made triangles ABC and FEG. See, whenever you're writing you're naming the triangle, name it according to the way they are similar. Now you can see that ABC is similar to FEG. Normally, the tendency of everyone is to write ABC and then EFG. There can be a slight confusion in that case. Nothing else, right? So if we write according to these names, it becomes a little bit easier to solve the question. It can reduce some of the confusion while doing the question. Alright. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove that CD upon GH is equal to AC by FG and triangle DCB is similar to HGE. Triangle DCA is similar to triangle HGF. Now if we see the first part, since we have to prove that the two ratios are equal. Now the two ratios are equal can be proved by two ways. The first is basic proportionality theorem, that is also called Thales theorem. And secondly, if we prove that the triangles are similar, then the ratio of their sides can be equal. Now, if you think about basic proportionality theorem, in that case, what is the problem? That we don't have any line parallel. Because if you remember in the basic proportionality theorem, we talk about that we draw a line which is parallel to one on the side, and then the sides come in the same, then we can say that the ratio is same. But here that is not the case, right? So what we will have to do, it means we will have to prove the triangles as similar. Now second thing, now we have three ways by which we can prove the triangles are similar. We have SSS similarity, we have SAS similarity, and we have AAA similarity. Now if you see the first two, we require minimum two sides ratio to be equal. But since we have to prove that the ratio of the sides are equal, we have to prove this thing, the ratio of the sides is equal. Therefore, the SSS and SAS property cannot be used because already we have to prove two sides equal. It means what is left? It's left that we can only use AAA similarity criteria for proving the two triangles similar, right? Now, next question that comes, if we have to prove these two triangles similar, the triangles in which these sides come, so what are those triangles actually? So let's find out that thing first. Now if you see these two ratios, the numerator of first one is CD and the numerator of second is AC, and we see that these two sides come in the triangle ACD. Similarly, if you see GH and FG, it comes in FGH. It means my main purpose would be to prove triangle ACD similar to triangle FGH, right? So this is the way I will have to proceed in this question. Now, what is given to me that triangle ABC is similar to triangle FEG. So corresponding to that, angle A is equal to angle F, angle B is equal to angle E, and angle C is equal to angle G. Also, since CD bisects angle C, therefore angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and that is half of angle C. And similarly, GH bisects angle G, therefore angle 3 is equal to angle 4 and that is half of angle G. Now we take the first part. We take triangles ACD and triangle FGH. If you see, angle A is equal to angle F. Why? Because we have already written in the first. Then 1 is equal to 3. Why 1 is equal to 3? Since C and G are equal, So their halves would also be equal. So that is why if you see 1 is half of C and 3 is half of G. So that is why 1 is equal to 3. Half of C is equal to half of G. That is the reason we can give. And so the triangle ACD is similar to triangle FGH by AA similarity criteria. And since the triangle is similar, so the sides ratio would be equal. And so we can write CD by GH is equal to AC by FG. That is by CPST. Right, so this was the first part. If you see the second part, is given triangle DCB. This triangle DCB and triangle HGE. These are the two triangles we have to prove similar. So proceeding in the same way as we have done the first part, what we can see, angle B is equal to angle E. Why angle B is equal to angle E? Because triangle ABC is similar to triangle FEG. So we already done, so that's by 1. And same way, angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Why angle 2 is equal to angle 4? Again, if we see, angle 2 is half of C, angle 4 is half of G, and C and G are equal. So half of C is equal to half of G, therefore 2 is equal to 4. And with this, we can say triangle DCB is similar to triangle HGE, and that also by AA similarity, right? Now, if you see the third part, that is what we have done in the first part already. We have already proved the two triangles are similar. If you see the names, I have written ACD, and that is as a reverse, DCA. And here it is FGH, and there it is HGF. So this part is already done in the first part, right? So let's go to the next question now. In question number 11, it is given that there is a point E on the side CB produced of an isosceles triangle ABC with AB equal to AC. If AD is perpendicular to BC and EF is perpendicular to AC, prove that triangle ABD is similar to triangle ECF. So let's make the diagram first of this question. So we have a triangle ABC, which is an isosceles triangle ABC. Then what else is given? That CB is produced to a point E. This side CB is produced to point E. This is E. Then what else? They say that AD is perpendicular to BC and EF is perpendicular to AC. So we draw a perpendicular from A on BC. So this is AD, and we draw a perpendicular from E on AC, and it is EF, right? So we write triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Angle B is equal to angle C. What else? AD is perpendicular to BC and EF is perpendicular to AC. And what we have to prove, that triangle ABD is similar to triangle ECF. So quite an easy proof from this question. Now, this I named the angles. This is 1 and this is 2, right? Now, since AB is equal to AC, this means angle 1 is equal to angle 2. We write angles opposite to equal sides. Right? So 1 is equal to. Now what we have to prove? ABD and ECF. So we take triangle, right? In triangle ABD, and triangle ECF. Obviously, one of the angle is 90 degree. So I write angle ADB is equal to angle EFC. And this is 90. Now if you see carefully, this angle 2 is inside ABD, so I write angle 2 is equal to, this angle 1 is in triangle EFC, so I write angle 2 is equal to angle 1, this is by 1. So what we can say? This means triangle ABD is similar to triangle ECF, and this is by AA similarity. Quite easy question, right? Let's see the next question now. In the 12th question is given that in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, AD and PM are medians. What else is given? That the sides AB, BC and the median AD of triangle ABC are proportional to side PQ, QR and the median PM. And we have to prove that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Again, whenever we talk about similarity of two triangles, there are three ways: SSS, SAS or AA. See, this is the thing you have to think of in the beginning only. This thing we have to start in the beginning only. Why? Because if we will keep in mind what similarity criteria we have to apply to prove the triangle similar, then only we can go through and we can think about what things we have to take for that. Right? Now, let's take in this case. If you see ABBC, these are the two sides of the triangle ABC, and PQQR are the two sides of the triangle PQ and QR. See, if you talk about SSS, we require the third side, that is AC from here and the PR from the other triangle. And if you talk about three angles, we are not given anything of about the angles, that the angles can be equal. It means AA property is discarded. It means either I can apply SSS or SAS, right? Either I can prove one of the angle is equal, or I will have to prove that the third side is also in same ratio, or they are in proportion, right? But if you see clearly, since these two sides AB and BC are, we can say AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR, if we prove that the angle between the sides is equal, then it will be more comfortable for us to prove that the triangles are similar. So let's try for that. Let's try to prove the angle between the sides is equal. So how we proceed? We know that AD is a median, and then what is a median? A median is a line segment from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. It means D is the midpoint of BC, and similarly M is the midpoint of QR. Now since AD is a median, therefore D is the midpoint, and since D is the midpoint, so BD will be equal to DC equal to half of BC. Similarly, QM will be equal to MR equal to half of QR. Now, how we can use this thing? We see that BC upon QR is given to us as equal to the other two ratios, right? So what we can do, since we are given that AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR equal to AD by PM, what we do? We change this thing. How we change? Instead of BC, we write 2BD, and instead of QR, we write 2QM. Now, why we are doing this thing? Since we are trying to prove that angle B is equal to angle Q, so the other triangle which we can prove similar, see, if we have to prove that angles are equal, either I can go for congruency or I can go for similarity. But we can't talk about congruency here because the triangle's size is not the same. So we will have to talk about similarity. And ABC and PQR we have to prove. What else is left? The thing which is left is with me is triangle ABD and PQM. Right? So in triangle ABD and triangle PQM, if I proceed the same way, if I change BC equal to 2BD and QR equal to 2QM, from these two gets cancelled. Now what I am left with? AB, BD, AD. So this is AB, this is BD, and this is AD. These sides are of the triangle ABD. Similarly, if you see the denominator of this, PQ, QM, PM, these are the sides of triangle PQM. So what we have done basically, we have proved that the triangle ABD is similar to triangle PQM by, this is SSS property. This is by SSS property. Now, when we say that the triangle is similar, obviously when the triangles will be similar, the remaining parts, that is the here in this case are the angles, will be equal. Now what we require, we only require this angle. That angle B is equal to angle Q. So therefore, what we have written, angle B is equal to Q by CPST. Now we use this, since in the beginning we talked about if we can prove the angle between the two sides equal to the angle between in the other triangle, then our motive would be over by proving the triangles are similar. So we take triangle ABC and triangle PQR. What we have, AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR, which is already given to us, and angle B is equal to angle Q, which we have already which we have proved, and this is by 3. So we can say triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. This is by SAS property. Right? Now let's see the next question. In the next question, that is the 13th question, is given that D is a point on side BC of a triangle ABC. So I take a triangle ABC. This is ABC, and it's given that B is a point. D is a point on the side BC of a triangle ABC. I take a point D here. Now what is they say that angle ADC, this angle ADC is equal to angle BAC. So what is given to me? I write angle ADC is equal to angle BAC, right? Now, what we have to prove? We have to prove that CA square is equal to CB into CD. CA square is equal to CB into CD. Let's talk about the proof now. Again, when you have to prove something, you have to go in the reverse way. If I have this thing, how can I get this thing? I have to think first this. Right, when we are proving the triangle is similar, we talk about the ratio of the sides as equal. But here it is not. But can we do it? Let's see. If I write this thing as CA into CA equal to CB into CD, and then one of the CA goes here, and I bring CB here, something like this. If I write this thing this way, right? Now the question is, if I can find this thing, if I can prove this thing, then I can go here. Right? Now how can this thing come? This can only come if I prove the triangles which include these sides as similar. Right? So the triangles which have these sides, if I prove them as similar, then my motive will be over. Right? Now next question is which triangles? So if I see from here I have something CAD. Right? And if I talk from here, I have something CBA. Right? It means these two triangles I have to prove as similar. Then I have to ask next question. What is the order of the triangle? That is most important. Now how can we take the order? See, if we see what is given to us, it is given that ADC and BAC. So ADC somewhere inside this triangle and BAC somewhere this triangle. So instead of writing the name of the triangle this way, what I can do, I can just take the name of the triangle from these angles only. It means I can take these two triangles, ADC and triangle BAC. If I can prove these two triangles are similar, then I can go in the reverse way. So let's see how we can do it now. I take triangle ADC, I write in triangle ADC and triangle BAC. Now what is given? That angle ADC is equal to angle BAC. Now this is given to me. ADC is equal to BAC. This means this angle is equal to this complete angle. Now what else? There is something common in these two. And what's that? That is angle C. Now the question, how can I write the name in both the triangles? So if you see the first one, this is, I write from here ACD. Right? ACD. So from here, see how? ACD. So from here, BCA. So I write angle BCA. And this is common, right? So this means triangle ADC is similar to triangle BAC by AA. So that is by AA similarity the triangle is similar. Now what next? I have to prove this thing. It means somewhere as we go backward, which I explained to you earlier, I have to see CA from here. If CA is from here, it will be CB from here. Then I take CD from here and CA from here. And how? What is the reason we write? We write it as by CBSP. This means if we cross multiply, CA square is equal to CB into CD. So this is how we can arrive at the proof. So we have to prove something, we have to go backward to check out what we require, right? So let's go to the next question now. Right, we see question number 14. The question number 14 is somewhat similar to question number 12, which we have done previously. This is a little bit tricky question. How? See, if you remember the question number 12, it was given that AB by PQ equal to BC by QR equal to AD by BA, right? So in that we proved angle B is equal to angle Q. Now if we go by the same way, it's given to me that AD and PM are median, which were given in the question number 12 also. Here, AB by PQ is equal to AC by PR instead of BC by QR. This side is given. It means this time, what I will do, I will have to prove this angle A equal to angle P. Right? Now, how we can prove this thing, or how we can prove that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR? Obviously, if I prove angle A is equal to angle P, then I can apply SAS property and I can prove that the triangles are similar. Now the question is, how I can prove A and B equal? So what I do, I just do like this. This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So since this is a little bit tricky question, we do a construction here. And the construction here is, we draw DE parallel to AC and MN parallel to PR, right? So this is DE coming here. I put it here as DE and then I write MN here. So this is MN, right? Now let's talk about the proof now. Now if you remember in grade 9 you learned a theorem, midpoint theorem, and the converse of midpoint theorem. And the converse of midpoint theorem said if a line is drawn from the midpoint of one side parallel to the other side, then it bisects the third side. And if you see carefully, D is the midpoint of BC and DE is parallel to AC. So if we go by the converse of midpoint theorem, E is the midpoint of AB. So I say, since D is midpoint of BC and DE is parallel to AC. This means that DE is half of, or we can say that E is the midpoint of AB. Now, if E is the midpoint of AB, this means that DE is equal to AE is equal to half of AB. I just put it as 1. Similarly, if you take the other triangle, in other triangle also, I can say that QN equal to PN equal to half of PQ. What else? If you go by the midpoint theorem, since these two are the midpoints, and we learned if a line is joining the midpoints of two sides, then it's parallel to the third side and half of it. It means this DE is half of AC also. Also, we can say that DE is half of AC, and similarly MN is half of PR. Now, I take the given condition. Now it's given to me that AB by PQ is equal to AC by PR is equal to AD by PM. Now I change. What I do? Instead of AB, I write 2AE. Why? Because AE is half of AB. Similarly, instead of PQ, I write 2PN. Then I talk about AC by PR. Instead of AC, I can write 2DE. And instead of PR, I can write it as 2 times MN. And that is equal to AD by PN. Right? So this could be 3. I can say using 1, 2 and 3. Now when I cancel these two, what is left with me? That AE upon PN is equal to DE upon MN is equal to AD by PN. Now if you see, these are the sides of triangle ADE and PMN. So I can say that triangle ADE is similar to triangle PMN, and this is my SSS. So by SSS property, the triangle is similar, and when the triangles are similar, obviously the angles also will be equal. So we can write here angle 1 is equal to angle 3 by CPST. So same way we can prove that 2 is equal to angle 4. I can write similarly angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Now if I add these two, alright, angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. So what is angle 1 plus 2? This is angle A. And what is 3 plus 4? This is angle P. Now angle A is equal to angle P, and what else? AB by PQ is equal to AC upon PR. So now we have three conditions, two sides and one angle, and by using this we can say the triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, and we have the property by SAS. Right, so this was a little bit tricky question. So when there is a tricky question, there is sometimes we have to do construction also, right? Let's go to the next question now. In the next question it is given a vertical pole of length 6 meter cast a shadow of 4 meter long on the ground, and at the same time a tower casts a shadow of 28 meter. Find the height of the tower. So quite a simple question, can be done by using the property of similarity in this question. So we can draw, let this be a tower and this be a pole. So what is given, that this pole is somewhere making something like this. So this AD is the tower, CD is the pole. Now what is given to me, this is 6 meter. That is the height of the pole. And DE, this is 4 meter. This is the shadow of the pole. Now, what is given? I write length of pole is equal to DC is equal to 6 meter. Then I say length of shadow of pole DE equal to 4 meter. Actually this should be height of the pole, right? What else is given to me? That the length of shadow of the tower. Now length of shadow of tower, that is BE is equal to 28 meter. What I have to find? I will find the height of the tower. Let height of tower comma AB is equal to H meter. Now how we can do this question? We can use the property of similarity here. I take triangle ABC, I write in triangle ABE and triangle CDE. Obviously, since both the things are standing vertically to the ground, they will be making an angle of 90 degree, right? So I write angle B is equal to angle D equal to 90 degree, right? What else? Angle E will be common for them. So I write angle E is equal to angle E, that is common, right? What is next? Next we say, since the angles are equal, so we can say triangle ABE is similar to triangle CDE by AA similarity. And when the triangle is similar, obviously the sides are in proportion. So we write that AB upon CD is equal to BE upon DE. Now we have the values. AB is H, so we write H upon CD is 6 equals to 28 by 4. So I get the value of H as, this would be 42 meters. Right, so this is how we can do these questions also. Alright, let's see the last question of this exercise. The last question is somewhat converse of the 12th question. We can say in the 12th question it was given that the ratio of the sides was given equal, and we have to prove that the triangles are similar. But now what is given to us? That the triangles are similar, but we have to prove that the sides ratio is equal. So AD and PM are the medians. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, which is given to us, and we have to prove that AB by PQ is equal to AD by PM. So how we start? since the triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, obviously the parts would be equal. Now the question is, since I have to prove this thing as similar, so I will be checking which, since I have to prove these ratios as equal, so I will have to find which triangles I have to make similar. So if you see the numerator, these are the sides of triangle ABD, and if you see the denominators, they are the sides of triangle PQM. It means I have to prove triangle ABD and PQM as similar. Again, there are three ways: SAS, SSS, and AAA. We cannot take SAS, we cannot take SSS, we cannot take all the sides. Why? Because already we have to prove the ratio of two sides are equal, right? But SAS or AAA can be taken, right? That is our choice. We can only proceed according to the things which are given to us, right? Now it is given, since triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, so what we have done, I have written angle B is equal to angle Q, AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR. See, I have got one thing, AB by PQ, right? Now, D is the midpoint of BC. Why? Because AD is the median, and what is the median? It's a line segment from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. So D is the median of BC, therefore BD is half of BC. Similarly, if you see the other triangle, QM is half of QR. So this is QM half equal to half of QR. Now what I do, I use these two things in this, which I have done in the first. Instead of BC, I write 2BD. Instead of QR, I write 2QM. Now what I get this thing. AB by PQ is equal to BD by QM. Now these are the sides again of triangle ABD and PQM, and also B is equal to Q, which we have already written in the first. And using these criteria, we prove that the triangles are similar. So ABD is similar to triangle PQM by SAS similarity criteria. Now when they are similar, obviously the remaining parts, when we talk about the sides, the ratios will be equal, and we talk about the angles, that would be equal. But here we only need to prove that the ratio of the sides are equal, right? So this was all in this lecture, my dear friends. Thanks for watching the video. I am sure you must have liked. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. So this is your host signing off. Goodbye and take care. Bye bye.